Hey, what's up, gentlemen? Chris McCarthy here, and this is the Earn It Battleground. In today's video, I've got my top 6 dumbbell exercises to stay strong for men over 40. As someone who recently turned 49 myself, these are the top 6 dumbbell exercises that I try to incorporate into all my workouts every single week to stay strong all throughout my 40s and hopefully now as I progress into my 50s. So the first dumbbell exercise that I like to perform is going to work the chest. We're going to be dumbbell bench press, and I prefer to do incline dumbbell bench press on this. So I've got a bench press set up here, or a bench set up there at an incline position. I'm going to come back here and just grab 2 dumbbells. Now for this incline dumbbell bench press, make sure that you're using your knees to get the dumbbells up into position, so you're not just going to put added extra strain on your shoulders or on your elbows. So place them on your knees as you lean back. Use those knees to press them up overhead. Now from here, you want to have these dumbbells at about a 45-degree angle, straight up over the top of your chest. You're now going to slow and lower those dumbbells all the way down, keeping those elbows close to your sides so those dumbbells get down near your chest. Then press with power all the way up, push through, squeeze at the top. Slow and controlled all the way down, press all the way up with power, squeeze at the top for a second, and slow and controlled on that negative. This is the chest exercise I prefer to do to stay strong with just dumbbells. The next one we're going to move into is going to be dumbbell seated shoulder press. So now working the shoulders. So using the same bench, I'm just going to get this up into a fully upright position. So bring this all the way up. I'm going to lighten up the load a little bit on these typically, but for this demonstration, I'll just keep these at the dumbbells that I'm using right for here. What we want to do is, once again, grab these dumbbells, place them up on your knees, and use your knees to get them up into position. Make sure that the lower part of your back, your butt, and your back is all the way up against the back pad of that bench. Now from here, you're going to kick these up into position. Now from here, you want to have your hands, once again, at about a 45-degree angle. From here, you're going to press all the way up, squeeze the top, slow and controlled all the way down. Press with power all the way up and slow and controlled on that negative. Push up, keeping that core tight and that back against that bench, slow and controlled all the way down. All right, guys, the next movement that I like to do is going to be dumbbell goblet squats. So now we're going to go ahead and work the legs. Let me just get the bench out of the way here. And with the dumbbell goblet squat, we're just going to go ahead and use 1 dumbbell for this. And we want to be in a nice squat stance. So what that means is you want to have your feet just about a little bit wider than hip width apart. Now your toes are going to be pointed out slightly here. You're going to keep that chest up. You're going to have that dumbbell up in this front rack position. From here, you're going to start to bend at the knees. Knees are tracking out over those toes, making sure they're not caving in. And you're hinging at the hips and sitting back in that squat. Weight should be back in your heels here. You've got that dumbbell up here in this goblet position, so it's going to want to pull you forward. So make sure you're keeping that chest up, engaging those lats, and you're going to sit all the way down, weight back in those heels till your butt goes down below knee level. Then you're going to press through the floor, knees come back, open up those hips, stand it fully upright. So I'm going to go ahead, grab this dumbbell, goblet squat position, knees tracking out over those toes, sitting back in that squat, weight is back into my heels, all the way down to full depth, butt down below knee level. From here, press through the ground, knees are coming back, hips are opening up to full extension at the top. Shoulders are up and back, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down, slow and controlled in the negative, press through the floor, power up at the top. Those are dumbbell goblet squats. Next move that I like to do is going to be dumbbell lunges. So once again, working the legs, but on the lunges, we're going to be working the quads, the hamstrings, and the glutes. Definitely going to lighten up the load on these. We're going to need 2 dumbbells for this. Now from here, palms are facing our hips. We're keeping that chest up, shoulders back. We're gonna lunge forward with the right leg till that back knee just barely taps the ground, and then stand fully upright. Then you're gonna lunge forward with the left leg once again, and then all the way up. You're just gonna alternate these dumbbell forward lunges. Now a couple tips on these dumbbell forward lunges. First off, make sure you are stepping far enough out and you're not short stepping that movement. What I mean by that is when you step out, make sure you're stepping far enough out and not short stepping it. So if you short step it, when you go into that lunge, what's going to happen is this knee is going to go way out over the top of that toe. Heel's going to come off the ground. So it puts a lot of extra added strain on your knee and your ankle. So make sure that you are stepping out far enough so when you go into this lunge, you have a nice 90-degree angle here on this front leg and then also the back leg. Also, with these dumbbells in your hand, as you're moving forward, that momentum is going to want to pull your body over the top of that knee. So keep those shoulders rolled back, chest up, even engage your triceps and your lats. So when you're in this lunging motion here, you're fully upright in the upper part of your body and not leaning forward. All right, guys, the next movement I like to do is going to be for the biceps, and it's dumbbell bicep curls. We're not gonna do any supinating on these. We're just gonna keep them palms facing forward. So chest up, shoulders back, turn those dumbbells out, palms are facing forward. From here, head and neck is in neutral spine. You're gonna curl them up, squeeze to the top, and then slow and controlled, focusing on that negative. Curl all the way up, and then slow and controlled all the way down. Even squeeze it at the top for a second, really feel that pump in that bicep, slow and controlled all the way down. This is really gonna pump up those biceps. That's why I like doing these just the way they are, palms facing forward. All right, guys, and the last one that I like to do is we're gonna move on and we're gonna work the back, and it's dumbbell single arm bent over rows. So we're gonna pull this bench back into position here, and we're gonna put it down into a full flat position. Then from here, we're gonna go ahead and just grab a single dumbbell, place this down on the ground, and what we're gonna end up doing here is placing either your palm or your elbow on the bench, depending on the height of the bench or the box that you're using. Now we're gonna be rowing with our left hand, so that means the left leg is back, right leg is forward. From here, we're gonna go ahead and grab this dumbbell. Then I want you to lock in that shoulder. I don't want you hanging down like this. So lock in that shoulder, and we're gonna row back towards our hip. So it's not up like this, keeping that elbow, you need to keep that elbow close to your side and row it back towards your hip, and then slow and controlled on that negative. So grab the dumbbell from here, head and neck should be in neutral spine, lock in that shoulder, and then row it back towards your hip, and then back, slow and controlled down. Full extension at the bottom, then pull up, squeeze to the top, all the way down, and you'll do a set of these on the left arm, and then obviously you'll switch over to the right arm with your right leg back, and you do the same thing. All right, guys, those are my top 6 dumbbell exercises that I do and have done throughout my 40s to stay strong all throughout my 40s, and hopefully now at the age of 49 into my 50s. All right, guys, make sure you check out earnit247.com for more workouts and training tips just like this one. And now get out there and let's earn it.